I'm Anil Kumar, and now we are trying to understand different techniques for solving inequalities. In this particular example, we need to determine general solution for sine pi x greater than 0. That means it is positive, right? That is what it means. So let me just sketch a sine graph and then we'll work it out. So let me start from here for the time being. I know it goes forever and the domain has no restrictions, right? So we'll consider one wave and well, okay, so let me say like this. Okay, so that is how the wave is. Now we are given the function sine pi x. So let us say the function f of x is equals to sine pi x. Now what is the time period for this? Time period t for the function is 2 pi by pi, correct? That means time period is 2 for us. Time period 2 being from here to here we have a cycle, so this is 0 and that is 2. That is what it means. Amplitude of course is 1 and this is minus 1. Sine functions between plus and minus 1. Now that is sine pi x. So we have here sine pi x. Now the question is, when is this function greater than 0? So let's find the zeros. This is 2, this is halfway, so this is 1. So what we see here is that the function is 0 from 0 to 1, correct? I mean greater than 0 from 0 to 1 and then from 2 to 3, right? So then from 2 to 3. And it kind of alternates between positive and negative phase, right? That is how sine function is. So from 0 to 1 it is positive and then from 1 to 2 it is negative and then from 2 to 3 it is positive, right? So it is positive from every even number to the next number. Do you see that? So what we can say here is that sine of pi x or f of x is actually greater than 0 when the interval is from 0 to 1, right? That is one interval, not including, right? Not including these values. And then it is from 2 to 3. And then it will not be 3 to 4, it will be negative, then from 4 to 5 and so on, right? So that is the interval when sine pi x is positive. Now how to write this interval in general terms? So we see that this number is 1 more than the previous number, right? And these are all even numbers, right? So we can write this as 2n. So it could be said that the interval here is, so we can say the value of x, in this side this is x, right? We can say x is between, this is n, where n is any integer, right? N, any integer. Since we want to make it even, we should write 2n. So 2n is even, right? 2n plus 1, 1 more than that, where n belongs to set of integers. Sometimes we write z also. So that is the interval, this is the interval when sine of pi x is greater than 0. You get the point, right? So here, that is how we should write our answer. So our answer is between 2n to 2n plus 1, where n belongs to set of integers. That is our answer. You get the point, right? Now, I hope you understood the solution, how we got the general solution. Now question for you is, determine the general solution for, so the question for you now here is, let's change the question. We'll make it cosine of n pi greater than 0. Okay, so try to do this question now. Remember, the cosine graph is kind of like this, right? It starts with a maximum, right? It starts with a maximum. Let me write like that and show you the cosine graph. It starts like this, correct? Right. That is how it is. And so work out, when is the cosine function greater than 0? Cosine n pi we are saying, correct? So solve this question, right? So in this case, time period again, if you take as 2, then if this is 0, that is going to be 2. So figure that out. I hope that will help you to understand the concept. Thank you and all the best.